Tonight, it's full speed ahead for the Supreme Court confirmation process.
That's right. Republicans believe they have the votes to push through a conservative nominee to replace Justice Ginsburg.
But the question is, will it happen before the election? KCAL 9 political reporter Tom Wade is here live with the answers. Tom.
I wish I had all the answers, right, Pat? I mean, that is the million-dollar question. No, absolutely everyone wants to know that. President Trump says he wants the Senate to confirm his pick for the Supreme Court before the election, but the Senate Majority Leader has not said publicly yet what his plans are. For Democrats, though, there are few options, and it would appear the court will have a strong conservative majority. President Trump continuing his streak of holding rallies with large crowds with little social distancing. Now, many of those positioned behind Trump are wearing masks, but as you can see, many others in the crowd are not. The president tonight firing up the crowd with a very likely prospect he will fill a third seat on the Supreme Court. Trump says he will announce his pick on Saturday.
And now we're going to pick a great woman, any one of the five that I told you, but any one of the women that we had, they're all great people, great scholars, great, brilliant people.
These are the five contenders for Justice Ginsburg's now open seat. Of the five, Amy Coney Barrett and Barbara Lagoa are reportedly on the top of the president's short list. Both are solid conservatives. Barrett is 48 years old and a mother of 7. She's currently an appeals court judge. She was already interviewed by the president for the last vacancy. Barrett was a law professor and clerked for former Justice Antonin Scalia. Conservatives support her because they believe she will help overturn Roe v. Wade. California Senator Dianne Feinstein had this heated exchange with Barrett in the past.
The dogma lives loudly within you.
Barrett was at the White House again today, the second day in a row. 52-year-old appellate court judge Barbara Lagoa is reportedly Trump's other top prospect. Lagoa, also a mother, would be the second Hispanic justice if she were confirmed. She's a first-generation Cuban-American. Her parents fled Castro's communist Cuba. Lagoa was born and raised in Florida, which of course is a major battleground state. The GOP is already strategizing a smooth confirmation process.
I hope it happens before the election.
There's really no reason to wait.
Election day is just 42 days away, which gives the Senate just enough time. Ginsburg herself was confirmed in 42 days.
We have an obligation under the Constitution.
Senate Leader Mitch McConnell did not commit to a timeline today. He led the charge to block President Obama's nominee 8 months before the 2016 election.
Do you understand why many Americans view this as a double standard?
I can only repeat that we have an obligation under the Constitution, should we choose to take advantage of it.
Democrats registered their fury by holding up Senate business this afternoon.
I'm not going to put a rubber stamp on this process. It's awful.
I mean, this is treachery. This is deceitful.
But there is little they can do unless 4 Republicans side with them. And today, Utah's Mitt Romney announced he wants to move ahead.
My liberal friends have, over many decades, gotten very used to the idea of having a liberal court. And that's not written in the stars.
That leaves just 2 GOP holdouts, including Alaska's Lisa Murkowski.
So are your Republican colleagues in the wrong?
I'm not going to be critical of my Republican colleagues or critical of anyone. I have been asked how I feel about where we are just weeks before the presidential election. And those are my words. I will stand by them.
The president says he will announce his choice to fill the seat at 2 p.m. Pacific time on Saturday. One of the first cases the new justice will hear is a challenge to the Affordable Care Act, or Obamacare. If it is struck down, millions will likely lose their health insurance. President Trump has been pledging for years to announce a health care plan of his own, but he has yet to do so. Live in the newsroom, I'm Tom Waite. Pat, back to you.
All right, thanks for that, Tom.